Hello and welcome to a new video on my channel. So this is probably my first video, so how a better way to start it off with a new what if story. So in this story we're going to be discussing what if Raditz was Goku's twin and what if he was sent to Earth with Goku. So basically Raditz is not exactly Goku's twin. He's going to be a little older. I'm gonna say 2 years older than Goku is. So yeah, he's going to be older in this story. Let's get into the video. So we start off at Mount Paozu, where Goku and Raditz land. Soon enough, they're found by Grandpa Gohan. Grandpa Gohan takes them both in. He names Goku, Goku, and Raditz Roku. So just for making it easier to refer and understand, I'm just gonna call Raditz Raditz. Gohan raises them both and trains them to be capable warriors. But one fateful night, Goku, Raditz, and Grandpa Gohan are out, and Goku looks up at the moon and starts to transform. He transforms into a giant Ozaru. Now, seeing Goku transform by looking at the moon, Raditz does not look up the moon, so he does not transform. And Goku is totally destructive. He destroys everything in his path. Now Raditz manages to save Grandpa Gohan from Goku. They escape to a nearby cave. When they get up in the morning, however, they see Goku fast asleep. When they wake up Goku and ask him what had happened, Goku has no recollection of the whole event. Now all of them know that Raditz and Goku should not look up at the moon at night. Now, in this what if story, Grandpa Gohan does not die to Goku's rampage, but sadly he does die due to natural causes. Now, the rest of Dragon Ball continue on as usual. Goku and Raditz meet Bulma and Oolong and Yamcha and Master Roshi and so on and so forth. Now we are going to skip all their adventures as they just go pretty much the same but with Raditz in them now. Before we go any forward, I'm going to discuss some power levels. So Goku at this point is at a power level of 25, and Raditz being older than Goku, he is at a power level of 30. This is mainly because Goku and Raditz have been training even after Grandpa Gohan's death, so I believe with an additional training partner, Goku might have gotten a little bit stronger, and Raditz too. Now they go to Kame House to meet Master Roshi for their training, and soon enough Krillin joins them too. Now the training practice is mainly the same that Master Roshi makes Goku and Krillin do in the original, but here we have Raditz. So with an additional training partner, Goku, Krillin, and Raditz all experience great increase in power, and they'll be way stronger than they were in the original. Now, in this what if, both Goku and Raditz know the Kamehameha because they met Master Roshi before. Now, seeing that Raditz and Goku both know the Kamehameha, Krillin also wants to learn it too, and he actually manages to learn it. Now, before we get into the World Tournament, I'm going to discuss some power levels. So, Goku is at a power level of 75 and Raditz is at a power level of 80. Here has a power level of 60. Now, let's head over to the World Tournament. Now, in the preliminaries, Raditz was in Bacterian's bracket, so he is going to fight Krillin now. Now, because of the power difference, Raditz easily defeats Krillin. Next up, he has a match with Master Roshi. Raditz actually faces a pretty big challenge because Master Roshi is way more skilled and experienced than him. Despite their gap in power level, Master Roshi actually manages to get Raditz off bounds and charges a Kamehameha towards him. Raditz in response charges another Kamehameha, and both the Kamehamehas collide. Now, because Raditz has a higher power level, he actually manages to push Master Roshi's Kamehameha and manages to push him out of the stadium. Now it's time for the final battle, and it's between Goku and Raditz. Now Goku's main bracket has been the same until the final battle, which is of course with Raditz. Now Goku has seen both Raditz and Master Roshi fight in their previous fights and develops a strategy. Who uses Master Roshi's techniques against Raditz and actually manages to gain an upper hand on Raditz despite their power difference. Raditz is amazed by Goku's amount of skill. Raditz is about to lose to Goku when something happens which might work in his favor. Now the full moon is out and Goku looks up at it, and again he transforms into the Ozaru. Now again Goku goes on a rampage, destroying everything around him, but Raditz comes up with a plan. He too looks up at the moon and starts to transform, as there is no other way to stop Goku. Before transforming, Raditz knew what he was turning into, so he has more control over the Ozaru form than Goku. Raditz manages to pull off Goku's tail, and then Goku reverts back to his original state. Raditz is pretty tired of the long drawn out battle and falls down from exhaustion and reverts back into his original state. Luckily for Raditz, when Goku was in Ozaru, he stepped out of the stadium. That means that Raditz is crowned the winner now. Now, Master Roshi never got to teach Raditz the true purpose of this whole tournament, but Raditz gained another very important lesson, that he should really work on his skill and not his brute strength. Now, everybody congratulates Raditz on his big win, and Goku goes on his adventures as usual, but Raditz has something else in mind. But we'll get into that in the next part of this what if. So, how did you guys like this what if? Comment down what you thought about this what if in the comments below.